It's open when it's light, it's open when it's dark. It's the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Masquerade and Forest Fen are closed, but there are plenty more rides than just those. There's Beacon Star and Treasure Man, Vegas Die and Oak Island. Give them a try and you'll be smiling. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. The dream of the treasure is the hook. The dream of the treasure is the hook. Keep searching forever, start searching now. Grand adventures with K-Pro and Cow. The secret, a gypsy's kiss, the whistle pig. Come watch our show, win a prize, little or big. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. The dream of the treasure is the hook. The dream of the treasure is the hook.
All right, everybody. And we are live. What's up, K-Pro?
We are live, Mr. Cowlazar.
Okay.
I didn't get an announcement, though.
I got an email. Yeah,
I got it. Oh, I see what you did there.
Right.
Yes, guys, we know Tumblebear is off. We will be talking about that in just a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, just sharing the link. I still haven't figured out YouTube because I haven't had a second to sit down and figure it out. How's everybody doing? If you guys didn't know, it is Thursday night. That means coffee with K-Pro and Cow, and here we are. So we hope you guys have some coffee. I don't have coffee, but I got something. K-Pro, do you have something?
Let's see. Hold on.
So we got a couple things to talk about. There you go. Oh, that looks like a little wine. I think some people have been whining lately, so I think K-Pro had some wine. Right.
Do you remember when you did that baby crying video? Maybe you should do that again.
I do remember that, yeah. And that's what we're talking about. So I wore the Which Searcher Are You shirt. Can you guys see this? Which searcher are you? And there's a searcher that we didn't put on this shirt, and that's the asshole. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because I know I'm breaking my own rule. What we've always said is everybody can have their opinion, but don't call people names. Well, there are some assholes in the park, everybody, and you can't keep them out because you can't tell who they are just by looking at them. But I'm not going to mention anybody specific. We're just talking in the genre of which searcher are you? Some people are assholes. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But go ahead, K-Pro. What do you want to talk about? In that, vein, I guess you could say.
Okay, well, I have to. I thought we were just going to talk about Tumblebear in general. But yeah, I know. Okay. So
yeah.
I'm okay with that. But let's talk about some positive things first.
Positive things.
So related to the tribute.
Things, everybody. That's good. Positive things are good.
Okay, so I am doing a Forest Fen tribute. There are a couple of fun things. One was a project that Forest had worked on and has not gotten to the community, and so that is where it will be given to you. But
what that is yet or no?
No, we're not. No, and you know, so you can't say.
Okay. Do we know when we're going to show it to everybody?
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened. I thought maybe I get 50, 70. I hit right around 100 pictures. And I did this shout out last night and said, hey guys, what do you think about any picture you want? Because I want to get them in there. I got like over 150 new pictures. And I went, okay, I was going to cut it off tomorrow night. No, I'm cutting it off tonight. I'm having problems with the size of the file. Plus, some people were like divided up. If you knew what I was doing, you might I can't do all of that. I can't break it up into littler pieces because of some surprises because we're into surprises.
So K-Pro's like, I got to use all these, and I'm like, no, you really don't. Just do what you can do. I mean, the response was overwhelming, which is a testament to Forrest and what he created with the Thrill of the Chase and all the memories and all the friendships. But yeah, just do what you can. We'll try
Yeah,
and get
so I will say, some of you sent me pictures and said just pick the ones that you want. Thank you. I know I'll make somebody angry because I haven't picked the right pictures. I'm doing my very best, and you guys are funny. It's gonna be just my tribute. And there's a few people that said, "Oh, you said that you were over the Forest Fen hunt and you weren't going to talk about it anymore, and now you're doing a tribute to him." So I want to respond to that, and I responded thoughtfully to one person that was very nice about it, and then someone else that really wasn't. I get to grieve in my own way. You guys are seeing me grieve. You guys saw me when I was like raw crying ridiculous. You guys saw me when I have been a little angry last night. You guys saw me going through my process. You get scrutiny that way, and I'm okay with that because I want you guys to see me raw. That's what I am. You might hate me, and God knows we have entire male human beings that this is their entire life is to focus on me, but it's my feelings. And if I get to change my mind, because when I'm mourning, I found out about this project and I said, this is it for me, this is what's inspired me. I wanted to run away because I hate the hate. I hate, especially, not even especially men, but men that sit and focus on women and go after them. And I already hate that women on women hate. Ugh. And I thought if I just kind of went on to something else, the hate would stop. The hate's not stopping. So I'm going to do what I want to do, which is called a tribute to Forrest Fenn. And so here's what I've done. I've asked everybody to send a picture, something that inspired you, a way that you're going to remember the chase, especially Forrest. Tons and tons of pictures of Forrest with searchers in his home. And I can't believe how many people got in the lab and how many people are out back with him and how many people, so he really, really, but it might be you by yourself. It might be a picture of a picturesque area. You with man's best friend. I've gotten all of those. Indy, they called you a prostitute. Well, that means they want to pay you. I mean, they probably haven't gotten very lucky lately because of their negativity. So you see that as a compliment. You just spin that frown upside down. No, I got upset too. People send me snippets of stuff. I'm not going to watch the hatred. So anyway, so the Forrest Fenn tribute, I am hoping, I worked on it several hours today. I haven't even gotten through all the emails. So I'm hoping I work most of the day tomorrow on it. Hopefully this weekend, but definitely I'm hoping by Monday. Because unfortunately, don't be sad, everybody. I'm going to be going back to Raleigh, North Carolina, for a little bit. And we won't talk too much about that, but everybody has things happening in their life. So I have stuff happening in my life. That's all. So I want to get this will be done before I have transitions and things. So there you have it. There it is. And I want to thank you. So the people I said tonight. So if you, by the time I wake up in the morning, I better have your pictures as soon as possible. So, so I can't even look at the chat right now because everybody's on me. And you know what? You may
posted.
I know.
Upper Dan.
Yeah.
And his golden penis. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah, we're having to do a lot of clear stuff.
Yeah,
and the Guardian article came out. I know that there was been one person that it's been her life mission for like 4 or 5 years to get someone to pick up an article that says Forrest is, a flirty and had inappropriate email. This is a life goal for her, and she's been fixated on this. So I say congratulations. You got that out. He's dead, but if that helps you get through the day, that makes me, I know that she is an employee of one of the hunts. That makes me say, I'm not going to be involved in that hunt at all. Like, yeah, just trample that dead man. Do that. That's what you want to do. Anyway, I'm going to digress because I'm going to use a lot of sarcasm tonight. So tons have been happening. Not only, the trashing of forests, threats on searchers, craziness. This is why I think some people are like, where has Sassy been? She's still in like riddles and stuff. I think she cleared out of this because she knew what was going to be coming up. Anyway, um, porn writers do, Indy. Porn writers, soft porn writers do. Anyway, we won't go there. So anyway, this is
Okay, so just to be clear, the Forest Venture review that we have planned, and thank you to the searcher who reached out to us, and you guys will understand when we show it. That will be next week sometime, we hope, right?
yes, it'll definitely be. I will tell you definitely by Wednesday because lots of things change on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, that's right. We definitely have to do it by Wednesday. So we'll just go live one day next week. You guys should be subscribed in order to know when we do that. And I'm still working on getting a link that works, and we'll let you know when we're going live. Okay, so just reminding everybody to thumbs the button up, subscribe, super chats on. If you want to call somebody an asshole, you can, but that's because everybody has their own opinion. So
Positivity. We did this. I feel like this is 2 years ago. We did all this negative.
right.
Figured out so quickly, and this is one of the reasons. Actually, this is one of the reasons Forrest is like, you're with the right guy. You tend to throw gasoline on the fire, which I kind of think Indy is today for me. So good-hearted, but she throws fire or gas on fires. This is why, like, I don't want to say anything, but I do think if we have entire treasure hunts being shut down due to asshats, I think we should call it out.
So I will just mention that when we're done going live, we are going to have a private AGK Zoom AGK Treasure Zoom, where we can discuss the poem in AGK's book. And if you guys have already emailed me, well, you're on the list and you'll get the invite. But if you're hearing about this for the first time, just email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. You're welcome, Copper Dan. Hopefully I didn't cause you too many problems. Hopefully anybody who hasn't heard about this, you were invited. It's an open Zoom. It's just not going to be out for public, meaning YouTube or whatever. So yeah. And Alan K, yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, so let's talk about first. I don't think the Forest Fen hunt, because there's nothing really new there. I mean, other than Forest is now passed, there's people that attack Forest. There's people that hate that Forest picked friendships with people. I just found out a couple weeks ago the reason that one person hates me is because I didn't give enough time listening to his solve and his WW. I didn't even remember it. And so I think the hatred will continue. I think some things are coming out more now because it was in the press. So some of the women that had emails from 5 years ago, this is their time to, take Forrest down, damn his family. Who cares if they're grieving? They laugh about him dying. They do panels, So I think that's kind of status quo. He's had hatred all throughout. His family, some don't care about the family's feelings because they're going to trash the family, right or wrong. And so, like someone said, why aren't you participating in the one hunt? Because the hatred is so. I don't care if I'm guaranteed $1 million. I wouldn't take $1 million from certain human beings because of. And actually, there was a note today of, can we just forgive and forget and try to rebuild something by the people organizing that hunt? No, I don't see someone trying to change. I see a weekly show that makes fun that a man is dead and their family's grieving. You're sick human beings, sick, and you want to like throw a lawsuit because I say you're sick. You're sick in the head, and I hope you're. Beep, beep. I hope people don't do to you. Ooh, what will happen if they become the new Forest Fen treasure hunt and people have entire websites about you and try to take you down and try to go to your house? I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So you're sick. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about another hunt and the searchers that screwed that one up. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so me and K-Pro, we don't talk about what we're going to talk about beforehand. We don't go over this. There's no script. We just stream of consciousness. We just tell you guys what we're feeling. So a couple of things. There is a new treasure hunting website we're going to show you guys. It gives you a list of treasure hunts. So we're excited about that one. It's not ours. A researcher reached out and said, hey, I'm putting this together. It's pretty cool. So we'll show you that toward the end of the show. And yeah, just in general, let me just say my 2 cents, which is this. Everybody has a right to their opinion. That's where we live in America. Everybody has a right to their opinion, whatever your opinion is. And if you want to make your own YouTube channel, you have a right to go on your YouTube channel and talk about whatever you want. It's your channel. If there's a forum, you have a right to go and make a post, as long as it doesn't break some rules. Forums usually have a list of rules. YouTube has a list of rules. But I'm not here to change anybody's mind about anything. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. What me and K-Pro have always said is don't call names. For a personal rule for us in our chat and our channel is to not call names because we're not in high school. Trust me, if me and K-Pro wanted to start calling people out and making fun of screen names and having fun and making fun of people, it'd be very easy for us to do that. We'd probably be very good at it. But we're not in high school, so why do that? So we're not going to do that. And I'm not going to call out anybody specifically tonight. I'm not going to mention any names. So everybody has a right to their opinion. If you make your own YouTube channel, you have a right to talk about whatever you want to. But what you don't have a right to do is to get people's families involved. That's where you're crossing the line, in my opinion. I'll remember, all this is my opinion. And here's the other thing. I'll digress into this YouTube channel. This is me and K-Pro's opinion, guys. We came up with the idea of the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park, but this is all opinion, right? Well, what have I said? We're not the treasure hunt police. You talked about it on your show, so therefore you should have researched. No, we're not the treasure hunt police. Me and K-Pro can do whatever we want because it's our channel. Just like you guys can do whatever you want on your channel. But here's the other thing. You're not the treasure hunt police either. So if you have an opinion about a treasure hunt and you want to give it in your channel, that's fine. But in my opinion, crossing the line is trying to get a hold of somebody's family or making your job, right? I think job should be off limits too. What in the world?
Well, and I do have to say, here's the thing that I think is the most, the people are the most hurt about. See, in high school, I got along with everybody. Everybody keeps saying this is high school. In high school, I got along with everybody. I liked all the groups. I kind of went out and chit-chatted with everybody. Here, if I, because of your actions, choose not to want to promote your hunt, and you tell me you have to, no, I don't. Right. And I have to exchange with you, or I have to come on your show and explain something about whatever. No, I don't. I don't have to engage with certain individuals that I do not think have a value set like mine. I just don't want to be around you. And I'm sorry that hurts your feelings. You can find the group that you coalesce with. I found the group I coalesce with. And so I'm sorry that it's please come on our show. Please have me on your show. I get more requests from the people that have entire channels and things on hate. Just don't give me your phone number. I'm not coming to see you. You're threatening to come find me and find my family and all that. That's the reason I don't want to engage with you. I just don't. That's not somebody I would put in my friend circle.
Bobby D says, K-Pro, will you be doing the new one that is in Raleigh, North Carolina? I don't know if we're aware of a new one in Raleigh, North Carolina. You have to let us know, Bobby D.
Are you talking about Theodosia?
No, he said new one. I'm assuming. Oh. But anyway, what I wanted to say was...
Oh, that's cool.
Just to explain, so you guys know about the Tumble Bear load. The Tumble Bear load was just a video somebody put up on YouTube. There's really no description. It was just said some adventure and maybe more, and there was a website. And on the website, you could pay $1 and it uncovered a map. And what he said was check back because it's updated often. Well, last Saturday, we did a private Zoom. Again, to get on our private Zoom list, just send an email. There's a super chat from Minotaur Moreno. I had the pleasure. Yeah, Minotaur was there. I had the pleasure of sitting in on a couple of the K-Pro and Cowlazars Zoom meetings this past weekend. I recommend everyone try it out. Thanks, Minotaur. We appreciate it. Yeah. So this guy, whoever this person is, the Tumble Bear load, he put up this thing, and it's a video of him hiding a lot of silver, and he made 7 trips with silver in a backpack. And he said, basically, you pay your $1, you see the map, I'll update it often. And there it is. And a bunch of us were like, wow, that's really cool.
Well, but wait, I want to preface this more. That video had been up a month. Mike, because everyone loves Mike, except for like one person. And you're wrong, even though you think you like me more. I like him, so like him. So it had been up there a month. It had less than 100 views and 16 subscribers. So Mike was stress testing his computer. I think he's gotten it all worked out, but he said, let's see who's around. And I want to stress test and see if I get an error. The funny part was about an hour in, his computer exploded and it wasn't good, but we cracked so much of it. That group is so awesome. So we had Stevens Lake, we had this, we had that. We decided we were sharing that. We shared it.
We talk about treasure hunts. We share, let people know about treasure hunts in the amusement park. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so within 48 hours, it had almost 200 subscribers. It had 2,000 views. And there 3 sets of haters came out. You ready for the haters?
I don't even know the details. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
One set said, and he's somebody that goes on every channel and hates. That's his, I think, full-time job is just to hate every. I think, like Randy said, people that hate treasure hunts. There's some of them that just go around and picks on every channel. He's been kicked out of every channel. He said, "I'm turning you into the police because you're not allowed to do this." And so that was the first set of haters, people that said it's illegal. Kind of like when we did Operation Jamie. Maybe he hadn't done all of his homework. I don't know. We did all of our homework. Some of you guys wonder where our money goes. We had to set up an LLC. We had to get lawyers involved, just like AGK did.
Let me just say this. He did what Forrest Fenn did, which is I'm going to put a bunch of stuff in a treasure chest. And if you find it, you get to keep it. Period. There's no
he's charging money, so it's different. There's nuances.
But in my opinion, he's still doing the same thing while charging money. That's all. I'm just
right.
saying.
But when you charge money, there are certain categories of things from the lawyer standpoint that you have to do or not do.
So why does somebody feel that they're the treasure hunt police that has to point that out?
Oh, because they have no life. No,
right.
because
In other words,
no
don't play. If you don't like how a treasure hunt's being run, whether you think it's illegal or not, then don't buy in. But don't tell me I shouldn't buy in. Don't tell me what I have to do or what anybody else.
So I'm just stating fact. I agree with you. So the first set of people, well, why would someone? I remember when Forrest said, I said, Forrest, do we need to look into fundraising and we're doing a raffle? And he goes, why would anybody hate on Mother Teresa? Don't worry. Right, and we got turned in to the New Mexico Gaming Regulation Board, and they did laugh about it, but we did have investigators. Someone turned in a raffle that helped a family regain their life.
And they were right. What we did was technically illegal. They were correct. You unplugged there? And what it is the state wants their money when you do a raffle.
Right. There was like a $30 there was a $30 permit. And up on the one hate site that the Candyman group owns, they talk about, the illegal hunt that we did. Right. We didn't pull a permit. We should have pulled $25. They laughed. They said, you were turned in. Just pull. We'll help you pull a permit for the next one. We're like, oh, no. Like they're after circles of people doing $1 million schemes. We gave every single penny, and actually it cost us. Anyway, we won't go there.
And Lisa Smith points out you still had to buy Forrest's book. He didn't profit, but somebody did. But anyway, it's just a parallel. Sure. So in my opinion, this guy tried to do the same thing in the spirit of what Forrest Fenn did. It's there. If you find it, have it. No, there's no rules and regs of taxes and what do you have to do. If you find it, you get to keep it. That's all. Right. What's wrong with that idea? What's wrong with that kind of treasure hunt?
Well, because we are in a litigation type society, and unfortunately, it's kind of like freedom of speech. For as much as we hate certain people in their ability to have freedom of speech and some of the things they say, we also have to appreciate we're in a litigation. So they turned it into whoever. That's the first set of haters. So, and we have them. They're watching now. And they've turned us in before. And, that's why we have to do a lot of the things we do and spend a lot of money doing all that. So that's the first set. The second set of haters were the ones that don't believe in capitalism or this man actually eating. So they said, you're charging $1. How much of that is going into the prize pool? The silver is not enough. The other said, how much is going to charity? And we need to, just like when we sold Chaseopolis, how much is going to charity? How much are you profiting? We need to know. And they started blowing up the comments and sending him emails of, tell us how much you're profiting. Because the 30 grand wasn't enough that he was donating. First of all, it's none of their business, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. Everybody has a right to voice their opinion. And what have I said way back years ago? Everybody should make a YouTube channel. It's free. Get a camera, get your computer, and make a video about the tumblebear load and say, I don't think it's right. He's charging $1. We don't know how often it's going to be updated. Is this guy trying to make $1 million? You have a right to your opinion. But I don't think you have a right to email the guy about it. In other words, your choice is just don't buy into it. Don't participate. But I don't think it's anybody's job to tell everybody in the world about how there's such an issue. I don't know. I guess everybody can make their own decision on what they want to participate in when it comes to treasure hunts.
And then there's a third set of haters. The third set of haters say you shouldn't charge, and they gave feedback that you shouldn't charge. We do have YouTube channels that say you should not charge for a treasure hunt, period. And they get their opinion, but they were voicing it, I believe. And there's other hunts that may have seen this as competition. And then, of course, what proof do you have that this was actually put there? What this is a scam. You have to prove to us, kind of like the hate group, prove to us that it's true.
Yeah, who are you? Nobody's got to
Yeah.
prove anything to anybody. That's what I just don't understand.
Yeah.
When people think they're so important that their opinion matters. You
Well,
have a
but they
right
do
to your
start
opinion,
YouTubes,
but I
and
don't have to listen to it, and I don't have to agree with it.
right.
Don't-
But then there's 3 people. Well, it's just like a 3-year-old. They do start their YouTube channels, and they have 4 people on it. And when the 4 people are on it, they get louder and louder, and the tantrum happens. So now we have 3 sets of haters. He got blown up on email. So what did he do, Mike?
Well, here, not important, just said, can I pay the $1 for the map? No, you can't, because this is what happened. So the website now shows this. Hello, treasure hunters. This is where it used to be the map you could buy. I regret to inform you that the tumblebear load is offline for good. Here within the next week or so, all of you that paid will receive a full refund. As much as I enjoy doing this and want to see this through, there are certainly some nefarious actors out there. I created this hunt both for mine and yours enjoyment, but will instead focus on maintaining normalcy for my family. That's the part that bothers me. Why? What does his family have to do with it? Why would anybody bring?
Oh, Mike.
Well, that's the point. That's why people are assholes.
No, but you saying that, you don't understand it. I've had searchers in front of my house. Remember when the video of my children?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take care, and I apologize for extinguishing this fine adventure. And let me show you. And I talked to him, over email. I talked to him and just said, hey, sorry about what happened. I hope we weren't the cause of it and that we kind of blew up your video and stuff. And he said, nope, no problem. You guys keep doing what you're doing, etc. And I didn't ask him this, but out of the blue, he told me what was in the box. For you guys who saw the video, I guess this didn't.
You know what? You don't tell him. No.
I'm going to tell him because what he
don't tell him. It made me more angry. It made me more angry. What was in the box is so freaking cool. It's worth more than all the silver.
So what he said is the silver was worth about $30,000. Remember, we were trying to guess how many coins were in there. We were like maybe 15 grand. He said the silver was worth about $30,000. Again, I didn't ask him any of this. He said this out of the blue. And then he says what was in the box were 3 ingots. If you guys know what an ingot is, it's like a piece of metal. The 3 ingots were 10 ounces each. And those 3 10-ounce ingots were made out of platinum. He said those 3 ingots were worth about $30,000. So whoever found that cash, whoever found that chest would have found a treasure chest worth roughly $60,000. And this guy is charging $1.
Well, Mike,
the map. I mean,
Mike,
$60,000. Yeah.
The platinum's okay and the silver's okay, but how much of the dollar would I have gotten? Because that's important to me.
Yeah. But here's the point. I don't care what's in the treasure chest. I don't care. It doesn't matter. The treasure chest could have been full of paper clips. If I choose to give him $1 to try and find it because I like the thrill of the chase, I want the adventure of solving a puzzle, I should be able to do that. I don't understand how people are like, oh, you can't do that. How much is going to charity? Are you trying to get rich? I don't care if he's trying to get rich or not. So yeah, but it's done now. He said I'm not going to continue on with this. And I didn't ask him any details as far as what happened and what emails did you get and anything like that.
Yeah, I got a little bit. So,
yeah,
but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. I've told you the details. He said it didn't get that bad. He just saw where it was going, and he thought, "Oh, I don't want to be in a legal entanglement." I'm sure he didn't want a banana suit woman in front of his, house. So he just said, "Before I even get sued, I'm taking my silver and platinum and going home." So he's out. He's out.
Alan K says, "Any chance you think he left it there anyway?" The guy, the tumblebear load, told me this morning, he went and retrieved the treasure. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
Is that he's retrieving it. And he said, I was just doing this to make somebody's life better. I don't even think there were contact instructions. He said, one day I wanted to go to that treasure chest and just find an empty hole.
Yeah.
And I would have smiled to myself and went back home. It was just like Forrest Fenn. It's like it's there. Here's a map you can pay $1 for, and if you find it, you keep it.
Okay, can I say something that might infuriate some Fenn people that love Fenn? I'm with Holly. I would have had a heart attack. Here's the thing. I saw Forrest treasure chest, or we all saw the pictures of when they opened it, and it was all plastic and stuff, which it needed to be because of the 10 years. But that one that he did, Tumblebear did, if I would have opened that bad boy and saw whatever the platinum, I would have. Just the silver alone.
I know. I mean, just the visual of all those coins is awesome. But anyway, it's just everybody, you have a right to your opinion, whether I agree with your opinion or not. You have a right, and you have a right to talk about your opinion. I don't think you have a right to contact the creator of a treasure hunt. That's just my opinion. We all have opinions. I don't think you have a right to email them. Just like with Forrest Fenn, I don't. Forrest Fenn did things I may not have agreed with, but I'm not going to email him and say, "Oh, you're horrible, Forrest. Why are you doing things this way?" Forrest is going to live his life the way he wants to, and my email to him isn't going to make him change his mind. My
But
email to the tumblebear load is not. Well, obviously, it did make him change his mind because he canceled the hunt. But who
well,
are
what if
you
I
to try and tell
what
him
if
what
I came in second though, and I had the right general area, and I just really
the Nez
wanted it?
Pierce
Was
trail?
I would I be able to file a lawsuit and get? I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Somebody just said, I think
Well,
it was
that's
Loki.
all other
This
category.
is why we don't have nice things, because
Right.
yeah.
Now Annie Oakley says maybe there would be legal issues claiming the treasure and such because he was charging something. I just want the raft. Is the raft still there? That raft's got to be there somewhere. It's not like he took it with him in his car. But you know what? If there's legal issues, why don't you leave that between the finder and the guy who hit it? Why do we have to weigh in with all that? In a negative way. We can talk about it like we talk S-Corp for Forrest Fenn and how is all this going to work? It's fun to talk about, but I don't think anybody has a right to say you have to change your treasure hunt because I don't agree with what you're doing. There's the IRS that takes care of that, not Cowlazars or K-Pro or any other YouTuber.
Yeah,
I
but like
don't understand why
we've
people.
done it about how much are you giving to charity, how much you this, how much you that.
Well, it's none of your business. It's none of our business how much somebody else gives to charity. I don't care if somebody makes $1 million off a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Now let's twist it, K-Pro. Let's talk about Blackbeard. Blackbeard was $1 million in 10 cities, $10 million. And a couple people bought the map. And we said, oh, wow, new treasure hunt. I remember when we were live and Craig Carter posted a link. And we're like, wow, new treasure hunt. And there were a couple searchers that went out and bought it. Sight unseen, just bought it.
Right.
That's on them, in my opinion. Treasure hunts have to pass the smell test. And that one didn't. I would never give that website any money. There's going to be $1 million in 10 cities. And there's going to be this reality show. And there's all these things. And you're like, yeah, really? I mean, I might want to hold off on that one. So anybody who bought in and said, I didn't get a map or it was wrong, that's kind of on you. You
No,
didn't do
it
the due
is, but
diligence in that
here's
one. Go ahead.
something here's something someone else said is,
Yeah,
but you guys talked about it. You should
right.
have been the police. Now here's the thing.
I'm not the treasure hunt police, everybody.
But
Go
we are willing, like we did on this Tumble Bear. It was a $1 risk. We took the risk. We decided to
right.
take the risk and see. And like
Right.
somebody said, is it 100% that this guy put it there? No,
Yeah,
none
right.
of these.
All we had is a video. It's
And
just trust.
so we
Yeah.
put out the information that we had, and some people were unhappy with us. But again, you have to do your own due diligence. There are certain hunts. I'm not going to belabor the point of why certain hunts we don't participate in. We're not mandatory. We do try to support. We've bought some that have gone on the shelf because we just didn't have time. We just wanted to support treasure hunters. We don't
So
do that for all of them because I will not put one dime into some people.
But Minotaur says I bought one, talking about Blackbeard, and that's
Yeah.
fine. And you know what? You can talk to your credit card company and try and get that $50 back. But I guess what I'm saying is, and K-Pro has said, you might want to be careful on this one. It doesn't sound right. But
Yeah.
we don't go and talk about it over and over and over again. It's just, I think
Right.
there's a difference.
But Minotaur, did you blame me and Mike when you didn't get your map? Some people did. And that's all our point is. And I'm not going to go once you can see the hunts that I'm a part of, that tells you, to me, in my opinion, the ones that I'm going to put my money behind for whatever reason, if there's a paid or not paid or whatever it is. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to. Tonight is a little bit different because we need to get some things off our chest. I am not going to on every show say, do not buy Blackbeard. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I have seen enough things. Yeah, I'm saying it a little bit different. You're from Mars, Venus, whatever that is. I'm saying that I'm not going to put my money towards it. I don't have to bash them every time because I actually don't know at this point. There's other hunts that I'm like Candyman's hunt, I'm not going to be a part of, but I get to choose that. I do not have to constantly say to you guys all the reasons why, because I don't want to live in a negative space. There's so many to choose from. I just don't choose because I don't choose.
And I guess that's a good point. We don't bash other treasure hunts. We may not talk about them. If somebody wants to give a candy factory, well, that's on them. You guys have to decide if you want to buy into that or not. Do the smell test, and if it looks legit. Same for Mr. Clue. Same for Randy Pishel. Somebody could get the Beacon Star, read it, and go, I hated the writing. I hated the story. I don't understand the puzzles. I hate this book. And they can put that review on Amazon. And that's fine because that's their opinion.
Right.
But for me and K-Pro, we're not going to bash other treasure hunts. We may not talk about them. And we're not going to bash them. We may just not talk about them. Is that
Right, but I do have to say there's a little bit difference, and this is for me. There's an entire site out there
sorry,
that
Randy?
talks about my weight, talks about my life, talks about when you're in that treasure hunt or you're organizing that treasure hunt. I might have a bad human moment where I say, gosh, I'm getting sick of hearing them talk all the time. I'm not going to be a part of that hunt because they're so personal, so nasty, so negative, so vicious. So that's that some people don't know. They're brand new to this community. They don't know how hardcore it can get. They don't know when that searcher was in front of my house and my kids were afraid. They don't know that my kids were put on a YouTube channel. They don't know those things. And so I occasionally will bring it up and say, gosh, I won't participate because I don't back people that are in the negative space that overstep from a personal standpoint, because some people don't know. But on a day-to-day basis, I'm not. I've been asked more why I'm not participating in that hunt more than anything else. And I don't choose to go to that negative space constantly, but I'll just say my actions speak loudly on which ones I do not participate in. Period. That's it. There we go.
Yeah, and I guess that's a good point because, you know, like we said, people have a right to go on their YouTube channel and talk about what they want, which is fair. What we say is don't call other people names. And if you
Yep.
want to talk about how you think people shouldn't make money off of treasure hunts, that's your right. I don't
Yeah.
agree with it. But what me and K Pro don't do is bash other treasure hunts. And I think there's people out there
Well,
that
and
bash.
I do. I bash, but I bash in a fun way. Randy, I love your story. I hate your hunt. I am trying to learn from your hunt, and I will sit and have a great time doing that. But those ciphers drive me crazy. So that's one. Um, James asks, how does the six treasures smell? For me, this is okay. Now I'm not local to
Oh,
it,
the six treasures. Yeah.
but that is the one that we found in Vegas. Actually, Sammy
Well, it's
found,
not that one, but it's the people.
but it's the same
Yeah.
originator.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in my opinion, his was tough. And I like the idea of it. So we haven't talked about it, even though we're not going to be close. I think we're going to buy it just because and I think it's cool, the whole storyline. And he's so innovative. I want to support a human being like him because he seems so genuine in trying to innovate this entire community. He just seems like a good guy to me. And again, I don't know him personally enough to say, is he a legitimate guy and this and that? I know him enough to say, yeah, I'd kind of be a part of his hunt. Just like Randy. Randy does these videos, and even when he had a couple drinks that one night, he's just a good. It seems to me, and that he's just a good guy.
K
So
Pro, that's just your opinion.
I know. And guess what? It's worth zero. It's kind of like the person that hates me so much because I didn't listen to his solve. Who am I? And why would you hate someone for not listening to your solve? I've had a few really get angry. I didn't know how much anger comes out of having I was no one. I mean, I didn't have the right solve. So
And
yeah, I don't get that.
And Randy points out that all the same stuff happened 15 years ago with Treasure
Yep.
Trove. And if you guys
Yep.
look at Randy's YouTube channel, Valentine Goose, he has a video up today, which I haven't watched yet, but I think he's talking about all the jerks that are out there. And you know, Sassy went through it when she found the David Blaine one.
Yep.
I'm not going to mention names, but there's people that bash others once they actually find something. And when me and you find the AGK treasure, it's just going to get worse. So yeah, I guess the
Oh,
difference.
do you remember? Even though they did it in a fun way, do you remember when I got picked on random comment picker or something?
The coin.
Yeah, the coin, and people were like, "That was set up." No, it wasn't. And so, yes, I know, but yeah. And Randy's blushing now. So, so for us, and people call me Miss Goody Two Shoes, and you think you're holier than thou. Yes, and my line can be anywhere I want it to be because guess what? This is free America. I get to put my line. I can just say I don't like the cover of the book, or I just don't feel like putting another or having another treasure hunt in my date nights of treasure hunts. I get that right, and you get the right to put up a YouTube channel and do whatever you want on it, but I
Right.
don't have to listen to you. I mean, when you get to the points of threats and you get to the points of some of the insanity, um, then of course, yeah. But why do I matter so much to you? Like, go away. Like, I don't even understand why there's such a fixation. Like, I know some of these guys are married. Like, go fixate like that on your wife. Like, get her some flowers and like give her some of that attention. It's
Um,
creepy.
because I can asking about a GoFundMe, email me and let me know what it's about and what it is at cowlazars@gmail.com. So yeah, here's the thing. We say if you have a YouTube channel, you can give your opinion all you want, but then we say those people are wrong for giving their opinion, and we can't really do that. They have their opinion. We don't agree with it. We don't agree with it. But there's certain lines you don't cross. You don't contact somebody's family. You don't, in our opinion, you don't
Boss.
call each other names and make up stupid names for people because you don't like something they did. But the other thing is, me and K Pro aren't obligated to do anything. A lot of people, I think, they think we are. Well, you guys, you go live twice and you have Hint of Riches, and you guys have to. No, we don't. We don't have to talk about a treasure hunt if we don't want to. We don't have to do anything we don't
Right.
want to. We're not
And you
obligated.
don't have a right, and Toby says that about comments and even being in this
Yeah.
chat, but also you don't have a right to be on my forum.
Right.
If I choose, I try to be as fair as I can, and that's what makes it grow. And I try to stay away from the hate. I have my own bad moments. I have forgiven every single person and them back on, except for the people that, if you have messed with my children, if you have filed a legal litigation against me, you never get to come back on ever. And I don't talk about the legal stuff, and I don't talk a lot about the kid stuff because that might get other sickos to do that. Those two things are off limits, and you never get to come back. But there's a lot of people that they do get banned because of the things they do. I banned one person today. I try to rarely do it because I try to be kind. I just think they're in a dark place for whatever reason. Um, but you don't have a right to be on my forum. You have a right. I was on a forum and they banned me. And I was okay with that. I hated the things they were saying about forests in such a malicious way. Guess what I did? I started my own forum. And do you know how hard that is for, how technology non-savvy? Like, I'm awful at technology. I figured it out. I hired a tech and I wanted a forum that actually, some people, they didn't fit there. Somebody today, they didn't fit there. After like the third jab, it's like, and they then came after me. Guess what? My house, my rules. You don't come into someone's house and pee all over it. You don't get to stay. And it's not your right as an American. Somebody wrote, I'm suing you because it's my right as an American to be on your site. No, no, never. No.
Lady Steele says, I missed the beginning of the show. Did you talk about why Tumblebear was canceled? Apparently, somebody contacted him, and I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know the specifics of why he pulled it down. Do you know the specifics, K-Pro?
Yes, because, well, what he said on his website, that's enough. I know more detail, but that's enough. He had some nefarious people that, and the comments showed, these were public comments. I'm turning you in. We're going to sue you. How much money is going to the prize pool of the dollar? How much are you donating to charity? They were trying to find his identity. He did have a family. He has smaller children.
Deal with it.
He went, God, if this is
I'm
month
out.
one, yeah. So he went bye-bye. He just took his marbles and went home. And this is why we can't have nice things. So yeah, so I mean it's unfortunate that us as a community, this though, I think actually I might write a paper on it. But as a community, if you're going to start a hunt, you need to be ready for anything. I'm not going to air some of the stuff. I mean, Toby's gone through some stuff. I've gone through some stuff. Mike, not so much. I mean, a little bit since you've been with me.
I just ignore it. Yeah, there's all
You
kinds of.
cannot ignore someone at your doorstep.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, thank you. I get mad when you say that because I try to ignore. I do get a lot more people engaging with me and sending me screenshots and this and that, but you can't ignore a YouTube channel that puts your children and anyway, we're not going back there though. Tonight is going to be the
go
only
back
night.
in history. We just
We're
want to talk about a ride was closed in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park because the
Yeah.
people were picketing in front of it. That's the way I look at it. And I don't understand why. Like, why do you, it's not your right to know how many dollars that guy made or how much money he made. It's just not. AGK, how much money are you making off your treasure hunt? Nobody has a right to know that. You all decide whether you buy the book or not. And that's the same with any treasure hunt. Some people think all treasure hunts should be free, that nobody should make money. Well,
and you're entitled to your
in my opinion. Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled not to agree with it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We had to call the police already, said Josh Pritchett. Exactly.
Are you serious? That's sad.
Guaranteed. Yep.
Now, Minotaur says something about the tumblebear load stinks to me for some reason. And that's fine. You know what? That's
Yeah.
your opinion. But again, all we had to go off was a YouTube video and a website. We didn't know if that was really there. And it's just, that's what I meant by the smell test. The Blackbeard thing. We're going to put $1 million in 10 cities. If you choose to buy into that, well, then okay. And if you aren't happy with what you got, if you didn't get a map, well, then you try and remedy that. But I don't have a right to tell Blackbeard you have to shut down. I'm going to sue you. It's not right. I don't think it's right, so I'm going to sue
that's
you.
true.
That
But
I don't.
here's
That's
the thing.
what I don't
I
understand.
did call them because they had a PR number. I did call them, and they did say some things that it was like, oh, that's even weirder. But here's the thing. I feel like I know Minotaur. I haven't met him, but he's been around the community. When Minotaur says, hey, put some spidey senses, he's not saying pick it and go after him. He's saying something might be off. That's going to get my attention. There's certain people in the community that I would just take a pause and go, before I would jump into it. I do have to say, here's a shout out to Mr. Clue. Mr. Clue did his first hunt. How did we know that it was going to be legit? We had no idea until we got kind of confirmation that the first one actually got paid off, the second one, and now we're on the third one. You must give us a clue. Give us a clue, Mr. Clue. I know he doesn't want to. And some people asked about that, so we'll get into that in a minute too.
You want to talk about it right now since I have it up?
I had to get a new debit card. Exactly. Some people said, oh, I'm just waiting. You're oversensitive. I've had my identity stolen 2 different times, and I've had to get new credit, new this, new that, or new lockdown on credit. Some people are like, no, I just kind of live life more freely. You're entitled to, but I'm entitled to too. So what happened with Mr. Clue? And some people believe that the tumblebear load and Mr. Clue somehow are linked because it happened on the same day. I do not believe that. It may be true, but I know enough of the backstory on some of the stuff that I would say no.
So. Okay, Mr. Clue. So Mr. Clue's got an awesome Catan treasure. Mr. Clue also put up 2 videos that were hints because it's been up for, well, actually, let's take a look. How long has the video been up? It's been up for a while. Tumblebear, the ride is shut down. Let's look. So this video was put up on August 23rd. So we're coming up on 1 month. Actually, 4 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 weeks. And then Mr. Clue put up 2 hint videos, but he has since taken those hint videos down. A lot of people are like, is it related to Tumblebear? What's going on? Well, the hints are right here. He took the videos down, but previous hints given. No more hints will be released. These are the hints right here. Start with the tiles. Klaus Tuber is German. And first player to reach 10 victory points on their turn is the winner. And I reached out to Mr. Clue and I said, what was that all about? And he said he was getting emails like the chalk color had something to do with it, or wood grain, how he writes it on chalkboard. I think he was just done dealing with maybe theories that had nothing to do with the hints themselves. Yeah, and then he said, me and my partners decided no more hints. We like the treasure hunt as it is. There won't be any more hints. Somebody go out there and find it. The other cool thing is he has increased the prize to 25 grams of gold. It was 20 grams. Now it's 25 grams. And that's to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Catan, the board game. So, and that's another one. How do you know? And Mr. Clue, but now Mr. Clues are free. Mr. Clue's treasure hunts are free. He just makes videos on YouTube. And I guess some people are like, well, that's okay. But if he charged, I'd have a problem with it. Why? I don't understand why. Personally.
And I don't have a problem if somebody wants to charge for I do have to say at a time, and I'm going to apologize to Toby. Before I knew Toby, I was over on that hate site. And when he put his stuff behind the paywall, I was very angry at him because I thought everybody should have access to the force fence stuff. I was wrong, and I'm going to admit when I'm wrong. He has a right because he had time, money, equipment, everything that he could. And there's some searchers that have said, if you want my advice, you're going to have to pay for it. Now, ironically, there's some of the same people that are having problems with others making money. But I just think everybody, because here's what I think. When people don't like whatever the product is, they figure it out because they don't have any subscribers. They don't have any customers. They don't have any whatever. But it's a tough community is what I'll say. It's rough and tumble. That's all.
That's right, Ryan. I think that's exactly what happened. What Mr. Clue said was, I couldn't find the other 5 grams, but now I found them. So now the prize pool is 25 grams. So that's kind of cool. So Chasing Indy says, I felt bad we lost the Tumblebear. So she just made her own little puzzle, which I'm going to give you guys at the end of the show for $100. There you go.
And guess what? And there was another hater that was going after Copper Dan. Oh, you got to love this one. He said, you gave some of your artwork to other people, you must give me an artwork, and you are a beep 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 because you
That's
don't.
right. Entitlement. Yeah.
Yeah, they just want a free handout. Is
What
this
about
like welfare treasure hunting? I don't get it. So
what?
what does Copper Dan do? Copper Dan is giving away a free piece of artwork if you comment on one of his videos up on his Facebook page. You're not entitled to other people's products and things. Um, if you need assistance, there's a government out there that can help you in our US society. It's not other treasure hunters. And how much do they make, and I should deserve part of it. You don't deserve other people's stuff. This is
Well,
like,
hey, pro.
God, it's 5 years old.
What about the people that were upset when they wanted to talk about their solve, and when you said, "Well, if your warm water solve doesn't have to do with water, I don't want to hear it." Isn't that so? You have a right to not hear somebody solve. I don't know why somebody takes that personal.
Right. And I don't have an issue that they've started a YouTube channel. They're not talking about that, but they are talking about me and saying some very personal things. I don't mind that they started their own YouTube channel. I just mind that the fixation it's creepy, scary stuff. Creepy, scary stuff. So
Yeah, and again, I'll just say, you know what, everybody, you do have a right to your opinion. We live in America. You have a right to express your opinion. Personally, I don't agree why you would contact a treasure hunter to try and tell them they have to stop because what you're doing is wrong. It's wrong only in your opinion. Doesn't mean it's
right.
wrong legally or ethically.
Well, I would constantly get emails, and I think it's the same person, and I've kind of figured who it is, that says, you are not to talk to Forrest Fenn. Wait, Forrest Fenn has lots of friends, and I'm sorry that you're angry at Forrest that he thought of me as a friend and wanted to talk to me. They're like, you are not to go to his house. You don't get, and of course it's an anonymous email. You don't get a right to say that. I get to be friends with whoever I want. And like Tumblebear Load, we had some exchanges. He didn't have to respond, but he wanted to. That some people were upset about that, oh, he picked a side. There's no side. Some people just, I don't think, well, he said he's a Forest Fen hunter. He didn't even know about our channel. Some people don't want to get into this ridiculousness. So there's no side, but people do get to choose who they communicate with and spend their time with. I shouldn't be mandated to be with people I don't choose to be with. Well, and I'll tell you a very short, and I'm not going to prolong this. At the finale, I was asked not to attend one of the events because there was a couple people that showed up that were there, that some people were concerned with the way they were speaking, that it was going to get physical and there was going to be an issue with me. These are men. And I asked the crew I was with, you guys know who you are. I said, I'm okay not going. We can go somewhere else, or I can go. I'll try to keep a distance. But I paid a lot of money to come here and donate things and do all of that. I don't want to not go because there's some people, I mean, we'll get the police involved if we have to. And they supported me, and we all went, and I went to a different area of the bar and kind of kept a distance. It kind of soured the whole night, but that's okay. But they wanted to hurt a woman because I didn't listen to their song. Like, take that in.
But I guess that's just the world we live in. If it wasn't for these different opinions, there wouldn't be wars and everybody would live together. But that's not how the world works. That's not how reality works. People have different opinions, right?
Yeah.
Different ways.
Oh,
Brought
Indy
up.
was like, hell no, you're going. She's like, I'm doing your makeup. And then I said, no, I just won't go. And she's like, hell to the no. And she called Cynthia. We had differing opinions on whether I should go. And they had some words, and JK, he did. But I felt so weird that it even got to that. And I felt bad that several of the guys were saying, okay, if this happens, we're going to have her back. Like, when these men attack a woman, here's what it's just, God, it's creepy. Creepy.
So we're not going to talk about it. Justin said the more we talk about it, the more they rejoice. The haters.
Yeah, that's true.
Stir this up. So this is only the one show. The reason we brought it up is because Tumblebear Load got stopped by the creator. It's a shame, in my opinion. It's not my place to criticize another treasure hunt and say, but what about taxes? But how much money are you making? And that includes Jelly Belly, and that includes Blackbeard, and that includes any other treasure hunt out there. In my opinion, I have a right to not discuss it, but I'm not going to bash it. So that's just my 2 cents. I don't know.
But you know what? Here's something really, really cool that I will tell you, just to focus maybe on the positive. Copper Dan messaged me how upset he was that we were giving clues in our long videos. He was pretty articulate because
no.
he's smart. When we were in the videos and we were giving them out kind of randomly, remember when he was kind of upset?
The tumblebear. What are we? No.
Grand Adventure.
Oh, the grand adventure that we did. Yeah, some
Yeah.
people didn't like that we gave out hints. Right. Gotcha.
Well, but what did he
that
do?
we went live. Right. That's right.
Right. So he very articulately just said, "Hey, consider this," and he kind of threw it out to me. It was done, and I went, "Wow!" And we changed it up based on that. We've gotten tons of feedback, and I'm not very happy. I think Mike has won between me and him, but I will not put the white flag up yet until we see all of the reviews. That's the cool part. Do you know how much more effective you could be if you just went with
Positive
non-positive,
Right.
constructive, not violent, not nasty, not threatening? You know what? You know what's here's something that you guys, those of you that know me well enough, there are some things that didn't exact match up at the end of the forest hunt. I might have engaged in that conversation with some that were not as eloquent in their delivery if they wouldn't have been so threatening and wouldn't have been so nasty and wouldn't have been so just realize your delivery matters, and you're not going to engage some people with the way you're delivering things. So can we do a puzzle collaboration? Yes, because I'm going to be probably I'm going to have some extra time. Let's just say, go ahead.
We talked about Mr. Clue. Randy's got a new video up. Check it out. Randy, we are looking forward to your clue. You said you were a hint. You said you were going to give. You hit a milestone. You want to give a hint. Looking forward to that. Everybody check out the Beacon Star. Everybody check out AGK's Treasure Hunt. And everybody check out Indies, which is absolutely free.
Do you see what Pritchett's saying? Did you find the clue in our trailer yet? Pay attention to those numbers. The video is only so long.
All right, let's bring it up.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds
I have not found
incredible. So, and Angeline, she's in the chat right now. Click on Angeline Jolie. She did a tribute to Forrest and a beautiful song. I've asked her if I can include that in our tribute, in the tribute I am creating. And she said yes. So I want to thank you because I know it's copywritten under you. So I hope you guys like it. And if you don't like it, Angeline, I know you will because I feel like I know you. You know, you don't have to be any of that. Yes, exactly, Copper Dan. And then we discuss it like adults. And again, hey, Copper Dan, here's something. I don't know if a lot of women do this, and maybe I have learned a lot in my life. I'm wrong, and I'm okay saying that at times. So,
Joshua, I just put the link to the website in the chat. I invite everybody to watch 6treasuresfilm.com, the trailer. Joshua, do we have a start date yet? Because it says September 2020 and it's September 17th. Is there an actual date decided upon that the treasure hunt starts? If you could let us know. But also come on the show and explain how it works.
Oh no, Fam Film Boy says first time joining and watching. Okay, Fan Film, give us another chance. Tonight is a total event fest. We don't do this maybe but once or twice a year. Tonight is, we don't have a ton of the content of, okay, we need to focus on this and this new treasure hunt and that sort of thing. We're doing a little bit of that, but we're really more complaining because it's just terrible. We had this great new hunt. We were all excited. I was gonna go just to go have some fun up there, and yeah, it's already gone. It's not in its spot anymore. Quack, quack, quack.
And Angela and Jolly says, K-Pro, you have the copyright to my heart. So yeah, everybody check out Angela and Jolly.
This is
Jolly or Jolie? I don't know. Okay, Vegas Die. The Vegas Die books are all out if you ordered from us. Some people are getting them, which I'm very happy about. The Vegas Die Zoom is going to be Monday night, if not earlier. We may just go live over the weekend. Today, after tonight's show, in just the next couple minutes, we are going to do a AGK Treasure Zoom. It's free. We invite everybody to join. If you're already on the list, you will get an email. If you're not on the list, just email me at cowlazars.com. Cowlazars at
Randy said, I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
A little double entendre. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you guys see when I put how I spelled assholes, $sign? Get it? A little twist there. But anyway, okay.
Yeah, and thumbs up this video just because I want. Here's the thing. Tonight was a little bit of editing because it is pretty raw. A lot of you said you were getting really excited. I do have to say, like, I was almost engaged to Tumblebear, and he might be watching. I don't mean it that way. I joke around about treasure hunts being a dating process. I was like hooked first date. I was dreamy. I was doing this, much like Mike in real life. Um, so I'll just say that was one I was really excited about. So I think a lot of us are frustrated. People want names. I do have information I'm not going to give because there's no reason. A lot of it is just, gosh, it just, but no, if you start a treasure hunt, because I know several of you are looking at some bigger ones, know that crazy's gonna come because they're not going anywhere. They have sites, they have hunts, they have followings, they have private Facebook pages, and yeah, just like our private Facebook page, or it's public, they get screen captures and they send it to theirs and they do this. They think there's a war. There's no war because we're not fighting. We're not trying to find your family. We're not trying. We don't have time. I'm just like I didn't have time for your solve. I don't have time to find out about your family. Like go find other people that do that, and you can have entire lives of custody battles and protective orders and all of that. When I saw all of those videos, I just went, oh, did we want to talk, speaking of that, do we want to talk about, what is it, a 62-page response by Anderson today?
I don't think we have time since it's already 8 o'clock.
So go up on Thor, guys, if you want to read 62 pages. I only read the actual complaint, which is 20 pages. That basically Anderson goes over her entire time and relationship with Forrest, and how he was talking to her in scrapbooks, and he was talking to her with, she was the closest, or gut feeling, and she goes into all the rationale, just like I will tell you thousands of people have done, with me anyway. They always tell me this is when he was talking to me, but she submitted that to the judge. She is asking for um, lots of things. Um, she wants to have the heirs questioned, the attorney questioned. She wants lots of that. So
PK asked, was it an amended complaint?
it was an amended complaint as of today. Toby, I will give you, you're on our Facebook now. I actually put the link. It's the last one in there. And
Worse then, right? I could try and look it
yeah,
up.
she had until tomorrow. And the only thing that I find interesting is the judge did ask, you need to explain why you hadn't submitted this before. Were you too busy? Were you doing YouTube shows? What were you doing? And she didn't seem to respond in my layman's review of it. That doesn't mean much because I don't know a lot about this legal stuff. Well, it's a 20-page complaint, and then it has like 40 pages. She puts all the emails between her and Forrest, between her and the stalker, I didn't even look at them, but she does call them out as references of which ones are which in, like exhibit A is this, or attachment A, or whatever the legalese is. So she's upset, and she wants explanations why her area was not ruled out. And I find that one a little bit fascinating, because in the Arizona case, Forrest responded with, he wasn't even in the right area at all. But in the Anderson case, he didn't respond at all. It was all through the attorney. So I wonder why there was a different strategy. But she basically wants to know, what was your legal strategy? And she's asking the judge to tell the attorney to tell her what the legal strategy was. And I don't think a lawyer has to do that. But again, no, Indy, but part of her complaint does go over Mysterious Writings had deleted her post, and she wants, as a part of discovery, to understand why. She didn't specifically note Jenny Kyle's name, but she did say, I will be asking, as a part of my discovery, informations to the Mysterious Writings website and why my posts were removed, or something like that. So I don't know if that means Jenny will get I don't know. I don't know what that means, but it does also reference Dale Neitzel's site. We are not mentioned in this one like it was before.
Okay. 3D Bronze, I need to email you about something, so I keep forgetting. I'll send you that email as soon as we're done. I just wanted to show a couple things real quick before we get off, and that is sixtreasuresfilm.com. Check that out. Copper Dan has a website. It is called copperelements.info. Go support Copper Dan. He's a friend of ours. He's got his own treasure hunt coming up.
Yep.
I hear. So Copper Dan, when you have info on that, please come on the show and tell us what's going on when you have details. Valentine Goose. This is Randy Pischel. He made a treasure hunt. It's in Denver, Colorado. Nobody's been able to figure it out yet. It's been like 18 years. This is his YouTube channel. It only has 195 subscribers. What's wrong with you people? So go thumbs up his video. This video is from today about the past repeating itself, and it deals with what we've been talking about today when he found one of the treasure trove treasures.
You know what? And the reason, even though this is kind of drama related, the reason that I think you should watch this video is it tells you, I believe, my opinion, the type of person Randy is. He's just like, I found this treasure and then people were terrible to me. So I just took my marbles and went home. And then they eventually figured out I wasn't a cheater. So I let him use my stuff. And I kind of re-engaged. Just if people beep on you, just go away. And it was just so like, he didn't get nasty. He didn't get, he just, you could, in my opinion, you can tell good human beings. And he, to me, seems like a good human being. And I'm disappointed I didn't meet you, Randy, in Montana.
World Series of Fan, end of January. And
Oh, we didn't
make
see.
plans. What?
Did we say the big news about Bally's?
No, we did not.
Bally's Poker Room is opening 1 week.
Czar, you heard it here. Maybe first. Bally's Poker Room opens next Friday. Okay.
Wait, why is that important?
Because that's where the World Series of Fan may be.
Yes. So many of you are asking, I've already made my flight arrangements. When do I make my hotel? We will talk to them next weekend, Mike. We'll talk to them next weekend and see what they want to do. I am hoping we have 100. I think we had 82 or 92 last year. I hope we have even more, and we're going to have some surprises.
Okay, everybody. There was something else. Now I totally can't remember. AGK's.
Oh no, you had to bring up that the one guy that emailed you about his website, and it's going to list all of the different hunts.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, so one of the things a lot of people are asking is, I'm new to treasure hunting. Is there an index somewhere of all the treasure hunts? Yes, there is now. Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, let's hear. We got a new website. This is not our website. This is the searcher who reached out to us. So check it out, everybody. Copper elements. This is the treasurehuntcache.com. The treasurehuntcache.com is going to be your one-stop place to figure out what the treasure hunts are. I won't, Chasing Indy. I won't. So right here, and it's pretty cool. This is just whipped together. He's got a lot of work to do, he said. There's a little buy now button. Again, he's showing you where each of these treasure hunts are. How, in other words, info about them. AGK's is right at the top. Gives you the info. Now, when it says buy now, I guess that takes you to Amazon. Exactly. Takes you to Amazon. Boom. There it is. So thank you to, I'll say James, first name, for creating this website. If you guys have a treasure hunt that's not listed here and you think it should be, email me and I will let James know. Like Echo the Owl mini hunt. I've never heard of that. Oh, Natalie Nelson, Creator Repairs, has released a mini hunt. So you could find out some new hunts. Maybe there's one in your state that you don't know about. Remember the Mission Overland Quest? This guy's hiding coins in national forests. I remember him. Mr. Clue is right here with the Catan. Hopefully our next grand adventure will be here soon. The Hidden Sun. And it's got info. It's got what the prizes are. It's got prices right here, which is nice. If it's free, if it costs something. And you can sort. He's even got a sort button. Yeah, all the free ones are here. All the ones that cost are here.
That's so
Treasure
cool.
Season 1. Hometown.
Nice.
There it is, coming soon. So it's pretty awesome website. Check it out. There's the secret.
Oh, I got to get that up on Thor. I knew that came up just in the last day. Yeah, James.
Treasure Hunt.
And Gypsy's Kiss. Oh, Toby, you guys rock. Gypsy's Kiss. They are #1 on there, or they're first listed because of the A.
I have not sent the Zoom link for the AGK Treasure Zoom. That is coming up as soon as we go off. I'll send the email to everybody. Thank you to everybody who donated. Our Zoom subscription renewals coming up. We did ask for donations and we got a bunch. So thank you very much. And what we're doing, just so you know, is we are recording the private Zooms, and anybody that donates will have access to the recording. So if you can't watch it real time, you'll be able to see the recording. We had a request to do that, and we thought best way to do it would be this way.
Yeah, and that'll offset. So we have a yearly cost that we're able to record, have as many people in there as we want, all of that. So if you want to be a part of the Zooms, Mike has a list, about 200 people are on it. But if you do donate, you're able to get the recordings anytime you want. And it is amazing. Tumblebear Load showed me the Zooms, and both of the Grand Adventure people that won, they were Zoomers. Those Zooms matter. Hashtag.
There's some people have emailed me to get in the Zoom. So give me about 10 minutes when we go off, everybody, to compile these and then be email. We got like 200
But one more thing.
Zoom list. Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing. Did you see Breakfast Tea and Bourbon?
I did not. Is it
They
solved?
put out, no, they put out a new, Pete put out a new clue today.
Oh yeah, that one's impossible. I'm giving up on that one. But I hope somebody figures it out. All right, Chasing Indy has a new puzzle.
Can you record up to 6 hours, Randy says? I think so.
Yeah, no, we're not going that long. We're not going that long. Chasing Indy. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is okay, check it out, everybody. I'm going to show this. This is a puzzle from Chasing Indy for $100. Breaking news, I think. Has this been shared anywhere? Yeah, okay. Begin your quest at water blue that tells of tales old and true that mark their place, and in the sky, crimson bloom, their end is nigh. Embossed in both ink and stone, forgotten history, lost and lone. Remember the fallen on this day, 1 minute star to guide the way. Find his secret in word and view, sacrifice and remembrance for me and you. There's the email. There is a picture. I'm sure there's a little more to it than that, but Indy says first person, $100 prize. And there it is. Okay, everybody.
Wait.
What?
Just these kids says, should I join the Zoom and give out some hints?
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, of course. Everybody's welcome to join the Zooms. The Zooms are free, and we welcome everybody to come in and contribute. That poem, AGK, I don't think you should have been allowed to do a poem in a different language, and I'm going to sue you. Just kidding. To me, that makes as much sense as what these other people are saying. But anyway.
Okay, wait. Who, what, when, where, why for donations for recording? So,
okay.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it because I do think it's important. So right now we do 2 Zooms, like absolute after each of our shows. They usually go an hour. Sometimes, most of the time, they go more than that. We do impromptu Zooms on Saturday, Tumblebear load. We did like a 2.5-hour Zoom. We solved a lot of it. And a lot of people were asking, can I get recordings of it? We didn't record it. A lot of people shut off their, a lot of people stay quiet. A lot of people contribute a lot. Some people turn off their, you don't have to show yourself. You don't even have to say anything. But we did just get the bill today. And we said, and some people are like, I would pay for the private recordings of it, not to be out on YouTube, etc. And we think some people are recording them anyway. So we decided to get a little innovative and we asked for a $5 donation. And or you can make any donation you want and you will receive the recordings if you do that. We haven't figured out exactly how. I think we're going to make it a private video and then we'll give the link out, but
upload it and it'll be a Google Drive link. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, we'll get them starting tonight. So if you've donated, we'll get you tonight's Zoom. And tell me if you want it. In other words, if you're there, just tell me if you want it. I'll get it to you. Okay. So there's a PayPal link. Anybody can just donate if they want to help this train that's rolling. But yeah, let me know if you've donated specifically for the Zooms and to get on the list. We got 200 people on this list. We'll see how many people join tonight. So yeah,
we had 20 people in the last Zoom. And I will say there are some people that are really open. And I had this discussion with Nick last night or this morning. I kind of had a rough night. So I just talked with my search peeps like I used to back in the day. I think it was this morning. He's into this just to like crack parts of a poem. He goes in there and he just shares his stuff. And he's pretty open about everything. He's a really cool guy. And there's a few like that. I will say I really enjoy watching those types of people. And some people are shy. Some people might be nefarious and they are just trying to get hints. Some people don't have a lot to say. Some people are shy. Some people are whatever. And some people weigh in when they want to weigh in. So this is a way to kind of make it, I'll be creeping, Indy says. Yeah. So, did you record the Vegas Die Zooms you already had? No, tonight's the first night. We haven't recorded anything.
We just came up with the idea, and so we were almost thinking of doing like a member vault, like AGK had, where you have to pay to get in. We thought we don't want to do that. We want to keep them free for everybody. But if you're interested in getting the recording of it, then we would ask for a donation. That's all. That's all we're doing. Yeah. So they will continue to be free until KPRO changes their mind and decides to charge for them.
And guess what? That's my prerogative.
That's her opinion. Although, it goes. Okay, everybody. I think that's it. This will be the only video we make on assholes in the park. And again, if you're an asshole, that's just my opinion. That's all. Right?
Yeah. And you know what? I still, even though it's crappy what's happened, I know there was one post that really hit home to me of one of the main haters. And he's like, Caper or Indy, I can't remember. I think it was Indy. Indy was really upset because they were making fun of her in a way that she was made fun of back in high school. And he said, "You have no idea what I've been through in my life. I've been through so much more. And if I told you my story, you would feel sorry for me." And that actually made me stop for a second and realize, even though I hate the hate, and we kind of went a different angle, they must have been through some really bad stuff to have this much hatred in their heart. So I want to end it on a positive note. Even though I'm frustrated with you all, and I will not though apologize for coming after my kids or job or whatever, but I will say I feel sorry for you, and I'm sorry that you've had a really hard life and a really hard situation. And I know some of the people that are hating, they lost their family, their home, their life over the forest fen hunt, and they're rebuilding their life. I know some details that you don't want to know. I wish I didn't know. It's really, really sad what's happened. So I just feel bad for them, and I hope you rebuild your life. I don't think you should do it in a hateful way. I think you should find a positive outlet. But again, I do feel bad. I know that you've been through some things. Obviously, if you're
And
acting
that's true.
like this, so
And yeah, I should probably scale it back a little because I don't know these people and I don't know what they've been through. So you're right; they have other things going on that maybe if I understood a little bit more of their history.
Indy says, "No way, f them, hex them."
Right.
Yeah, but there's sometimes where you take so much crap that you go, "No more." Like, it's not okay that you're threatening a woman in a bar. Like, is that what you want to be known? Is that your legacy? Threatening a single mom in a bar because she didn't listen to your solve? Like, if that's written on your tombstone, would you be proud of that? Like, okay, I
Okay.
could go on all day.
And this last time we're going to do this kind of, we're going to get back to future videos. We'll get back to treasure hunts. We'll get back to the treasure hunting amusement park.
Oh, and we still do have. I'm sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
No, I was say chasing Indy. How do people get your if somebody lost it? Do you have a website? Put it. Let me know what it is so people can read your puzzle for that $100. We may even do a Zoom this weekend just on your puzzle. We'll see. Okay.
Mr. Clue, I want to go boots on the ground. I was ready to go with tumblebear load just because I knew the general area. Mr. Clue, you are now in the line of engagement. You are now in the engaging process. You have had more dates with me than anyone. I want to go boots on the ground. I don't know how to do that. Let's zoom. Zoom.
I want the gold. Anybody remember that from that news? I want the gold. The leprechaun they
No.
see in the tree. Anyway, okay, too much TikTok. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Give me about 10 to 15 minutes to compile these new emails, and I will send everybody the invite out. 3D bronze. Email me, Bill Gorman, and I'll send you a chest. Well, there it is, Bill. If you watch this, Bill Gorman, 3D
Yeah,
bronze
he
says
does.
email him. He'll send you a chest. And that's what I want, 3D bronze. So I'll email you or email me to remind me. I want to buy one from you for a thing me and Capro have going on.
Yeah,
Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we will be
Mr. Clue says good luck. Come on, any more than that from you, Mr.
probably not even in the right area at all.
I know, and I don't want. Somebody said, "Why don't you go anyway?" Well, if you don't know, even if you have a gender, what do you just walk in circles? Like, no, like I need to. Yeah. Did you record the Vegas die? No, we
Those
did not.
have been recorded.
Tonight will be the first time that we
That we
record.
record.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Thanks. 15 minutes. AGK. I hope you're in there, Toby and Shelly, and it should be fun. So
Yes, give the one out that I can then change and move to your hunt because we're still we're still translating at this point.
well, you know, it would be cool hints, Toby, if you wanted to do one weekly or monthly, is just one word. Tell us what the proper translation is in the poem. Pick various words and say this word means this. You know what I mean? You have so many words in that poem that'd take a year if you did.
Oh, you know what? But this
And-
might be the good. You know what? I was watching AGK last night. Yeah, last night, and Toby, they did a very nice tribute to each other. Shelley wrote something that was really nice. And he said, we're equal partners. I don't agree on this AGK hunt because she's having to manage Toby. I think Toby wants to get information out and so I don't think she's there tonight. I think Toby needs to get a drink and needs to come on the Zoom.
Well, and I agree. Just like the Grand Adventure, if everybody's stuck and everybody's like, I don't know what to do, you want to give a hint because you want people to enjoy it. You want people to get active. You want people to solve something. And I understand Toby's frustration, but Toby and Shelly will have to decide what to do.
Chasing Indy, I thought he said your translation is wrong. Let's talk about it in Zoom.
You have the poem translated, Indy. It's just we don't know if it's correct or not. That's the problem.
Oh, I thought he said it wasn't.
I don't know if Toby
Does
said
it all run? Okay, I'll send you and Mike my poetry with all the cows are reading.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what my opinion is of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Clue says my last finder said Outcast Searcher help them, so that's who you should get help from. Oh, interesting. Mr. Clue giving a clue, and that is on Hint of Riches. Everybody on Hint of Riches, you can go to the Mr. Clue thread, and he's saying check out because I know for a fact that Outcast Searcher posted something there. Very interesting. Okay.
Well, and here's what I will say on my hunt, which we're going to mix it up because it's going to be a we thing. I can tell you that Bobby D and Casey Ma were the two that when they were talking about individual pieces, it's like, oh, they got it. Listen to them. Neither of them, I think, are very dominating personalities. So when they say it, those are the two that I would say watch out for, at least on my hunts.
Toby says I did not say her translation was wrong. And
Okay.
And that's it. A lot of people have translated it, but we don't know.
No, and I think it might have been on a show. It wasn't this week. It was maybe a week ago. Like, don't assume someone's translation is right. And it has to rhyme. And that's where I just don't remember the
rhyme
details.
pattern, everybody. Okay, we can go on all night, but let's get into
all night.
Go all night, or maybe we'll cut it off. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe because we are going to go live at some point in the next 5 days and give you the Forest Fen tribute. Thank you for all the pictures you've sent in. It should be pretty awesome, and I know it will be because Cape Rose doing it and she's good at those things. So,
it's taking so long, but I do have to say, if things go a little crazy and Mr. Clue, we crack it, I really want to crack Mr. Clue. I really want to go boots on the ground because once I fly back, I won't be, well, I really, and tumblebear load, if you go and put it back, I'll come up and help you.
Yeah. Okay.
I know he's not doing that, but
so many treasure hunts, so many decisions. Okay. Oh, the unknown says, I have a PhD in French and Italian literary arts. I was rusty, but it worked out. If anybody wants to join the Zoom tonight and give us your opinion on what you think the translation is, that would be helpful. Okay, everybody, we'll see you.
Okay.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and thumbs up.